Well, today I'm going to talk about limitations on activity-based costing. Before going into that, I will briefly explain what is activity-based costing first. It is an absorption costing or full costing has for years been the most common method of allocating manufacturing overhead. This approach takes in full amount of manufacturing overhead and spreads it equally across the production volume of all products. Activity-based costing does not consider that certain products may be responsible for more or fewer costs from specific activities. Activity-based costing is also known as ABC. Many firms have not implemented activity-based costing yet. This is because there are limitations on this method. The first limitation is lack of expertise. Second one is activity-based costing requires a high cost of implementation. Moreover, the process is very complex as it involves numerous cost pools and multiple cost drivers. It is also resistant from the management and not suitable for small manufacturing company. Lastly, activity-based costing is time-consuming. Well, I will explain more on high cost of implementation. Activity-based costing has numerous cost pools and multiple cost drivers, which makes it a method that requires a high cost of implementation. Activity-based costing is also said to cost more to accumulate and analyze information. This is because it requires a lot of data, which activity measures and requires collecting, checking process, and etc. The more complex the method it is, the more cost it involves, which makes ABC a method which involves high cost of implementation. People always say time is money. Activity-based costing requires a lot of time to gather a lot of data. Company rather uses other method, which is less time consuming, to save up more time. The company can use the time which they save up to carry out activities that brings more profit to the organization. That's all from me.
I am Yakpui, metric number 269652. There are so many limitations attributed to companies' reluctance to adopt the activity-based costing system. One of the limitations of activity-based costing implementation is lack of expertise. From the articles, we found that lack of expertise is caused by rapid change in technology, lack of skill and knowledge, and lack of education and training. As we know, information technology IT is important towards the success of activity-based costing implementation and its impact on organization performance. However, activity-based costing system implementation might fail in an organization because technology changes too quickly. Employees did not have an idea of what this system is all about. They can't follow the trend and understand what actually the activity-based costing system is. Besides, lack of basic skill and knowledge of activity-based costing technique by employees is because activity-based costing requires a lot of specialized knowledge to be able to implement it correctly and provide positive results. However, most companies fail to adopt activity-based costing system because they do not possess sufficient skill required to implement activity-based costing system. Furthermore, there is also lack of extensive training to employees before implementing activity-based costing system. For example, some had heard about what is activity-based costing system, but they did not understand its key points. And some learn about activity-based costing system from books rather than real experiences. Therefore, employees require systematic education, such as on-the-job training and education about activity-based costing system to obtain in-depth knowledge about the activity-based costing system.
Good afternoon, my name is Lao Li Ling, my train number is 269853. I would like to present about limitation of activity-based costing, ABC. One of the limitation of activity-based costing is resistance from the management. Thus, why managers are not allowed the activity-based costing system? This is because the managers are accustomed to use traditional costing system, and then the activity-based costing enables greater transparency of how resources are consumed. Implementation of activity-based costing is not allowed by management because managers are accustomed to use traditional costing system to run company operation. Most of the company are satisfied with current costing system as their costing system were in use many years. It is difficult to change the costing system suddenly as company need to organize training and development program for all employees in order to learn on how to record day-to-day transactions by using activity-based costing system. This will also increase the cost of organization operation due to the company needed a certain amount of money to organize training and development program about activity-based costing for all employees. Managers are also not allowed activity-based costing because it enables greater transparency of how resources are consumed. For example, we assign most of manufacturing costs to the products. After we identify the true manufacturing overhead, we allocate costs to the manufacturing processes by using allocation-based. Activity-based costing uses more allocation-based than traditional costing system. This identification, accumulation, measurement, analysis, interpretation, and reporting of cost information are more detailed compared to traditional costing system. Thus, some managers would not approve activity-based costing as this system is very transparent compared to traditional costing system.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shakira binti Johari. My matric number is 259448. Okay, today I will present about the limitation of ABC having a time consuming. Okay, in this indicate we are supposing there are two causes, which is timeliness of information and collecting data when is in the beginning period. Okay, for first point, timeliness of information, we conclude that they indicate that all cost accounting system are the problem of the timeliness of information. So, activity-based costing could not solve this problem because of the timeliness of information. So, a manager in a company might need or should need on a daily or hourly basis. However, there are so many systems that provide information on a monthly basis. Okay, indeed there is often a gap between the time information is reported and the time period that is shown in the report. Okay, for the second point is collecting data, especially when in the beginning period. Okay, for these causes, we adopt multiple cost accounting system to use in this approach. Okay, but if the company using the multiple cost accounting system, the company will very costly and may need managers to confuse the results. Okay, so that we are using the new accounting system, which is time-based costing. Okay, for this, otherwise, if the company cannot solve it, means that they are not use complicated system because of competition leads companies to determine that their products priced by a market, such example like Japanese companies. Thank you.
Thank you to my friends. Before I present about my part, I want to introduce myself. My name is Wadi Farhane binti Wa Adnan. My metric number is 261A12. As you can see at my slides, another limitation of ABC is not suitable for small manufacturing. Small business usually do not use ABC because of the high cost. Adaptability of ABC costing system is not suitable for all kinds of the companies because small companies has not many resources to adapt it and have too many activities, but size of transaction is too low. ABC has different level of utility for different organizations, such as large manufacturing firms can use it more usefully than the smaller firms. Larger firms are probably in a better financial position to afford an ABC system. It is likely that firms depending on cost plus pricing can take advantage from ABC as give accurate product costs. But those firms who use market-based price may not favor ABC. The level of technology and manufacturing environment prevailing in different firms also affect the application of ABC. Okay, I will pass to my friends to tell another limitation of ABC. Thank you.
My name is Tan Kok Shin. My metric number is 269644. Based on the article, one of the limitations of the activity-based costing system is it has a more complex process compared to the traditional costing system. This is because the activity-based costing system has numerous cost pools and various cost drivers in allocating the cost. It is not easy to estimate the cost of activity pools and to identify the cost drivers as cost allocation bases. The selection of inappropriate cost drivers will lead to misinterpretation of activity-based costing data. Therefore, to select the most suitable cost pools and cost drivers, the management need to carefully identify the costs that are relevant to the decisions to be made. Besides, the process of activity-based costing system is more complicated because it requires a massive amount of data. The collection of data and the analysis of data will be time-consuming and costly. Different departments are required to collect and prepare for the data. When there's a large number of departments involved in a system, the risk of data failure will increase and will damage the entire process. As a result, the employees may resist the activity-based costing system as they are used to the old system, which is less complex. In conclusion, we can see that the activity-based costing system have some limitations, which are high cost of implementation, lack of expertise, and resistance from the management. Furthermore, the process of activity-based costing systems is more complex and time-consuming which is not suitable for small manufacturing company.